Welcome to my channel. Today's video we are going to discuss about the topic discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so in the second unit we discussed one Fourier transform. So that is the continuous time Fourier transform. Okay, so you familiar with that Fourier transform. So what is the use of that continuous time Fourier transform means? It is in order to analyze the continuous time signals and the continuous time system. We are using the continuous time Fourier transform. Okay, so then in order to similar to that continuous time Fourier transform, in order to analyze the discrete time signal x of n and a discrete time system, so we are using one type of Fourier transform. It is said to be the discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so the discrete time Fourier transform, it is a one of the member of Fourier transform. Okay, and it is used to it operates on what all the signal means aperiodic discrete signal. So aperiodic means the non-periodic discrete signal. Okay, so in order to analyze non-periodic discrete time signal, we are using the Fourier transform. It is said to be the discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so it is shortly denoted as DTFT. Okay, so the continuous time Fourier transform is that is the continuous time Fourier transform is called as a simply Fourier transform. Okay, in order discrete time Fourier transform, it is denoted as a DTFT or discrete time Fourier transform. So it is mainly used to analyze the discrete signal x of n and a discrete time system. Okay, so the for fourth unit and fifth unit we are going to use this DTFT. Okay, so the second unit, in second unit using the continuous time Fourier transform, we solved so many problems. Okay, so find the Fourier transform of unit impulse signal, unit step signal, ramp, rectangular pulse and exponential signal and so on. Okay, so similarly in this fourth unit we are going to analyze the discrete time signal, that is discrete unit step, discrete unit impulse, discrete ramp signal and rectangular pulse. Okay, discrete rectangular pulse, all type of discrete signals are analyzed using this discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, and already you know that what is the use of Fourier transform, that is in order to convert the time domain representation into frequency domain representation, we are using the Fourier transform. Okay, and in this thing, so from this DTFT answer, so we have to draw the spectrum also. Okay, so here it is used to perform the frequency spectrum. Okay, frequency spectrum of the given signal. In order to obtain the frequency spectrum of the given signal, so we are using this discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so these are all the introduction about this DTFT. Okay, so next one, so we are going to see the formula. Okay, what is the mathematical formula in order to find out the Fourier transform? Okay, so you know the continuous time Fourier transform formula is, that is the signal, the continuous time signal x of t, the Fourier transform of the continuous time signal x of t, it is indicated as capital X of j omega. Okay, so similar to that one, so the discrete signal x of n, the discrete time Fourier transform of the discrete signal x of n, it is indicated as x of capital X of e power j omega. Okay, so in the continuous time Fourier transform, we are using capital X of j omega. So here capital X of e power j omega. Okay, this is the notation. So the capital X of e power j omega. So the formula is that. So this is the formula in order to find out the DTFT of the given signal. Okay. So the formula is that summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n e power minus j omega n. Okay. So in order to find the DTFT of discrete signal, so here we are using the thing summation. Okay. In a continuous time Fourier transform, the signal x of t is continuous. So in order to find out the Fourier transform, instead of the summation, we are using integration. Okay. So here it is a discrete signal. So for discrete signal, so we are in order to find out the thing, we have to use the summation. So the formula is that summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity, the given signal x of n into e power minus j omega n. Okay. So this is the formula in order to find out the discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so this is the formula. And this equation, so in order to convert the time domain into frequency domain, okay, the discrete signal x of n is converted into frequency domain x of e power j omega. So this formula, the conversion of time domain into frequency domain, this equation we are calling it as an analysis equation. Okay, so in the 2-mark question they are asking, they will ask, so write down the analysis and the synthesis equation of discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so what is analysis equation means? So in order to convert the time domain signal into frequency domain signal, that is the DTFT formula is that analysis equation. So what is the synthesis equation means? The reverse process. Okay, what is the reverse process in this DTFT? If we want to convert again the frequency domain x of j omega, we may convert into time domain using the inverse DTFT. Okay, so that inverse DTFT formula, it is said to be the synthesis equation. Okay. So the next one, we are going to see about the inverse discrete time Fourier transform. So what is inverse discrete time Fourier transform? So inverse discrete time Fourier transform means it is used to convert the frequency domain signal into time domain signal. Okay, so the process of converting the frequency domain x of e power j omega into again time domain signal x of n. This process is called as a this inverse discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so the inverse discrete time Fourier transform, the formula is that, so in that we are calculating the time domain signal x of n. So the x of n is calculated as that x of n equal to 1 divided by 2 pi integration over minus pi to pi capital X of e power j omega into e power j omega n d omega. Okay, so this is the formula in order to find out the inverse discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so this is the inverse discrete time Fourier transform. So inverse means in order to convert the frequency domain x of e power j omega to time domain signal. Okay, this is the formula. So in order to solve the problem, so you should remember these two things. Okay, so this is the Fourier transform DTFT formula. This is the inverse DTFT formula. Okay, so using these two equations only, we are going to solve the first half unit of this 4th unit. Okay, then this inverse Fourier transform equation, it is called as a synthesis equation. Okay, so synthesis equation or inverse DTFT equation. Okay, so these two equations are very important. It's a 2-mark question, and using this equation only we are going to solve the problems also. Okay, so this is the thing. Then next one, so from the Fourier, that is the main aim of the Fourier transform is that in order to draw the frequency spectrum. Okay, so in order to draw the frequency spectrum only, we are converting the time domain signal into frequency domain signal. Okay, so the frequency spectrum, so you know the frequency spectrum consists of the two terms. Okay, so usually the x of e power j omega, that is the Fourier transform of any discrete time signal x of e power j omega, it consists of real component plus j into imaginary component. Okay, so the answer x of e power j omega, it consists of real part as well as imaginary part. So the real part we are indicating as a x r of e power j omega. R means real, and j plus j into x I. I means it's the imaginary part. Okay, so the x of e power j omega is a complex valued function. Okay, so from this x of e power j omega, we have to obtain the spectrum. Okay, so what is meant by spectrum? The spectrum, it consists of two spectrum. Okay, one is the amplitude spectrum, another one is a phase spectrum. So in order to find out the amplitude spectrum, so this complex quantity, this vector quantity, it can be converted into model, that is we are converting into polar form. Okay, this is vector, this vector we have to convert into polar. So if you are converting into polar means, you know, modulus of x of e power j omega into e power angle of x of e power j omega. Okay, so if you are drawing the graph for modulus of x of e power j omega versus frequency, means that graph is called as amplitude spectrum or magnitude spectrum. And the phase angle of x of e power j omega versus the frequency omega, it is said to be the phase spectrum. Okay, so combinedly the two spectrums are said to be the two spectrums are said to be the frequency spectrum. Okay, so you see the modulus of x of e power j omega is the magnitude. The angle of x of e power j omega is the phase angle of this one. Okay, so this modulus of x of e power j omega, okay, the spectrum refers means that is the modulus of x of e power j omega is called the magnitude spectrum. So the frequency versus the angle of x of e power j omega, it is called as the phase spectrum. Okay, so we may get a magnitude spectrum and a phase spectrum from this x of e power j omega. Okay, so that is the thing. Then the another one thing is that the existence of DTFT. So this is also a very important 2-mark question. Okay, so that is what is existence of DTFT means. So for all problem, the DTFT, the discrete time Fourier transform is not applicable. Okay, for all type of signal, the discrete time Fourier transform is not applicable. Okay, so why means that is defined by the existence of discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so you know in the Fourier transform, in the second unit, continuous time Fourier transform also, we are not at all solving all standard signals. Okay, we solved some limited signal only. In the Laplace transform only, we solved all standard signals. Okay, so Laplace transform is used to analyze all type of signal. It may be a periodic signal or non-periodic signal. But the Fourier transform is existing only for the limited signal. What is that condition means? In that the signal is absolutely integrable signal. Similarly, what is the existence of discrete time Fourier transform means? If the given signal x of n is absolutely summable means, at that condition only we may calculate a capital x of e power j omega. That is, we will calculate the DTFT. Okay, so you see, if the signal x of n is absolutely summable. What is x of n is absolutely summable means? That is, if you are adding the amplitude of the given signal x of n. Okay, we are adding all amplitude of x of n, and that some answer is less than infinity means, at that condition, for that problem only, we may find the DTFT of the particular signal. Okay, so you see, that is for the signal, if x of n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you see, in that what are the amplitude? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you are adding 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 means, we will get the answer is a 9, 10 only. Okay, finite answer. So for that problem only, we may use the discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so what is the condition in order to existence of the DTFT means? That is, this is the thing. Okay, the DTFT is existing if the given signal x of n is absolutely summable. Okay, so this is also one of the 2-mark question. Okay, or the signal x of n is a finite energy signal means, so that DTFT, it will exist. Okay, so either this one it will satisfy, or otherwise the another thing is summation of n equal to minus infinity to infinity, modulus of x of n the whole squared answer is less than infinity means, so there may be a existence of DTFT. Okay, so these are all the conditions in order to satisfy the discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so in the next video, so we are going to solve for standard signals. Okay, for standard signals, we are going to solve the DTFT answers. Okay, so standard signal means, you know, for a unit impulse signal, unit step, ramp signal, rectangular pulse, okay, and so on. So for that signal, we are going to find the Fourier transform answer. Okay, so in that, you just understand, so what is the Fourier transform DTFT formula, and what is the inverse DTFT formula. Okay, so this DTFT formula is called as analysis equation. Inverse DTFT formula is called as synthesis equation. Okay, so from this x of e power j omega, if you are calculating the modulus of x of e power j omega means it is a magnitude spectrum. The angle of x of e power j omega is the angle phase spectrum. Okay, so we may draw. So in a big question, they ask find the Fourier transform and also obtain the spectrum. Okay, so that big question, it will come. Okay, so we have to solve. First, and the next video, we are going to solve the problems related to this DTFT. Okay, So thanks for watching my channel and please subscribe my channel for more videos and keep watching. Thank you.